Ah, it's working. Anyway, making a video. Oh, cat. Might as well show some cat in the beginning. I wasn't going to do a video on this particular subject, but I'm stuck with it. Yeah, I know. It's just stupid assholes on the internet. Jeez. Anyway, cat hates you too. Well, anyway, it's this stupid crap because, you know, the stupid joke video. Apparently people don't get the joke because they're retards. And beyond that, it's just this whole thing like, oh, you know, now I'm racially insensitive and I'm using the disaster. Well, it's funny, I didn't have Fukushima in the title or even Japan in the title. I did have a tag of Japan just because I was making another joke. But anyway, this is just such bullshit. These weasels of the internet. You play with the super weasels like the John Paul Dorans, who have to, you know, his whole presence on YouTube is being like some kind of naggy old lady. Has to tell everybody what they're obligated to do and how they're obligated to behave. And this is a guy who's gotten himself into all kinds of bullshit drama. You know, when people right to his face say, "Leave me the fuck alone," and he won't do it. I mean, Jesus. And you assholes still play with the fucker. Incredible. And you call me an asshole. Yeah, well, get a clue. You are who you hang out with, people. And he's not an honorable or decent or fair-minded or the conscience of YouTube or any other kind of thing. So anyway, it's all bullshit. So anyway, as context, let's remember, I was the one who made the video about Fukushima and explaining some of the physics and whatnot. And I've also made a couple of videos. One to Pyro, I remember. I've made at least 2 references, passionate references in videos, where I have talked about Fukushima and how people have lost everything, and how I've used this as an example of just one of the most horrible circumstances that could befall a person. Just absolutely horrible. So, you know, and then secondarily, I've made more than a few videos where I've talked about Japanese culture and Asian cultures in general, and how I have a affection for those cultures, their honor codes, other aspects. So, I mean, I have no, I'm not going to make an apology. This is a joke video. I mean, are these same preachers out there, these same politically correct little weasels, do they send emails off to South Park every 2 weeks? Or, however, I haven't seen a South Park in a while, but whatever, every month, letting them know how they've been insensitive and abused people and hurt their feelings and done horrific damage. You know, this is just such bullshit. So the other thing, the one thing I will apologize, I did write faggot in the comment section about Coughlin, just because, you know, people were harassing me because I didn't post a video I was responding to in accordance with the fucking rules. The rules I couldn't give a fuck about, and I don't give a fuck if I'm disqualified. I mean, I don't give a fuck about the contest. I mean, especially a contest that has fucking rules. Fuck that shit. But anyway, I mean, little pissant rules. You know. But anyway. Yeah, and so I said if Coughlin's going to disqualify the video, then he's a faggot. Or something like that. It didn't, you know. And again, so now people have to... in preaching to me, they make a bigger mess out of the word. They abuse the word even more. Some asshole even made a video, some jackass, that Chaos Bob guy, or Bob Chaos, whatever the fuck he is. He makes a jackass video showing a bunch of, you know, what like old McHale's Navy, Japanese guy, you know, and, you know, just sit there and, I mean, how is it that you're showing your sensitivity by showing something that's insensitive? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. You could talk about it, you could preach about it, But yeah, it's just obvious that these assholes are just using this shit, because they don't give a fuck. I mean, if it's to their convenience, they'll use anything and anybody. So anyway, yeah, so no apologies. Beyond the, like I said, the F word I should just stay with the fuck away from. But regardless, if people can't take that much of a joke, that little bit of a joke, if that's just too much for them, then yeah, fuck off, fella. I mean, really, I really don't have patience for people that really can't tell the difference between, like even if it was horribly racist or abusive, to do a comic character that's that outrageous. The fact is that the Japanese people weren't some racial minority or something. They weren't some sort of they're not a people robbed of their culture. So they're in a completely different position than some other minorities that people might take advantage of. I mean, even Polish people or something, or some other minority. They're all fit in different categories. Okay, I mean, Japan was an empire. So that gets a little silly too. They can certainly take care of themselves. They can certainly demonstrate what they are in the world. They have the power to do that, and they can certainly overcome my 90-second joke. So anyway, there are some videos on the website. I ragged on Thunderfoot a bit. Who else? Got another video on the free will thing, I think, and or lack of will, or whatever it is, and some other bullshit. Doesn't really matter. Fuck everybody. Fuck it, man. The human race is just so far from being adult enough to take on the responsibility of the world we live in. Oh yeah, so I'll get to that. I want to get to that too. This nuclear power thing. Well, first I want people to understand. Okay, yeah, I did a horrible accent, and so yeah, maybe they didn't get the script, but I was making a joke about the Japanese, because the Japanese were accused of eating the Chinese. That's sort of why we got into the World War II with the Japanese, is because of this stupid issue of some cannibalism that went on in China. When Japan was invading parts of China. But anyway. And so that's what that was. It was just a joke. It was a good joke. I mean, some people are ragging that it wasn't funny. It was pretty fucking funny. So fuck those people. They have no sense of humor if they don't think that's fucking funny. It's fucking funny. Cannibalism is fucking funny. Come on. Anyway. And the other part of it is look, the bottom line is when all the facts come out about this Fukushima thing, it's probably going to be revealed that yes, this whole catastrophe, this whole disaster took place because a very important valve didn't stay open. Okay, a relief valve that lets the backup system keep cooling the water without electricity. It just runs on the energy created by the nuclear pile as it cools down. It's still very hot, even when it's shut down, and so it just uses that residual heat. And because this valve couldn't stay open because the battery died, that's when the plant went re-critical, or got too hot. And so this whole mess, and that caused the buildup of the hydrogen gas. That's I mean, the rods got too hot. The gas is produced because of the casing on the rods starts melting and oxidizing, and that creates this hydrogen. The hydrogen exploded, and that compromised two of the buildings. And then once all that radiation is loose, then nobody can get anywhere near anything anymore. They can't even walk in the buildings. They're so fucking dirty. But anyway, that might be and so that's what made it hard for them to work on the other plants, 4, 5, and 6, to take care of them, was the fact that the other two had blown up and dumped a bunch of radiation all over the place. And so really this whole thing probably came down to batteries, stupid friggin' batteries. Anyway, enough said. So fuck all you assholes. I might block a few people, but yeah, fucking Palm guy, whatever, Plum. Fuck you, Plum shit, fuck. What are you assholes? I should just block anybody who comments on a John Paul Doran video. What the fuck are you listening to that asshole for? Fucking douchebags. Fucking assholes. Pathetic.